Hello there, everybody. This is the Fiery Joker, and today we are going to be returning to the Tyranny of Dragons. All right. If this will be nice, I would very much appreciate it.
Oh, that was not dirt. Hello! No, what? I can't do Durian! Why can't I do I just do it! I was doing Durian!
That was pretty Durian.
Durian Twinklebeard. There we go.
There we go.
I was doing Killbeard, not Durian.
Speaking of Durian, are you able to get on Roll20 yet?
Just hold up for a second. I'm working on it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Immediately after attack, 1 key point. 2 unarmed strikes. Extra attack. Always dealing 2. Drunken. Disengage.
Sorry.
Oh god.
I'm so glad you got that nat 1 out of the way right now. But I don't care. I can be superstition a day a week.
Let me get this one. Hey, I actually got some good ones in there.
You got a nat. Nice job.
Yeah, he got that. He got that good nat 20 out of the way, and so the universe is balanced once again.
As all things should be.
What's a 5?
I don't know about that. I just rolled again and I got another nat.
You're
You got
wasting
2
on.
nat 1.
So yeah, 2 nat 20s, 2 nat 1s.
3 nat 1s total.
I'll be right back, gamers.
Really? 3 nat 1s total?
Yeah.
Where's the other
Because
nat
Gerark-
1?
Well,
Gerark
Gerark
rolled a
got a
nat
nat 1.
Yeah. So roll
okay.
one more d20 just to see if. No.
So we're in for more, hopefully nat 20s later on.
That bodes poorly.
How
that
does
I
that
will
work?
get your next character ready to go.
that in the religious sphere is what we call an omen. I
Oh,
can't.
my
character
I
is
do
Squirrel
have-
Back
I-
is not
speaking of
allowed.
Other characters, I do have backup characters.
Wait, Josh.
did
I
too.
don't want to.
Damn, I
Wait.
gotta think of a backup character.
Hey, Josh, I didn't know you were religious.
It was a joke.
But Josh, religious? No, he's like the most non-religious dude I know.
He's a follower of Ilmater.
Religious, remember the language filter, guys. Love ya, but sometimes you're a little pooty mouthed.
What? Who, was it
I
me?
didn't say anything.
What did he say?
Probably me.
I think he was using a fictional word.
Okay.
Ilmater. That's the god Durian follows.
Yes, watch your language.
Don't you take Ilmater's name in vain.
my religious deity.
Don't you be taking Ilmater's name in vain.
He's losing his religion. He said too much. He hasn't said enough.
For those kids out there.
I don't know if it's good that I got that reference immediately or really bad.
It just means you're old.
REM is great.
I am old, aren't I?
Carpe diem.
Oh, I
I'm
love
so
REM.
old.
I didn't discover REM until later on.
I'm
Ew.
so old.
All
Yay,
right.
we have everybody in.
All right. Cool.
I'm leaving.
Oh, thank Christ, I got that.
We're gonna let's go slay the dragon.
Let's finish this really long walk.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been walking for
Well-
days now.
Yes.
Speaking of,
There you
hey Josh, when do we get paid next?
I believe after this. So,
Hey,
Well, how long is the caravan?
2 months, I believe it was. Give me 1 second.
So then we should be getting paid 6 times?
Yeah.
Because it's like 10 gold every 10 day. How many 10 days have we done? 1?
Well,
Okay.
you get 8 because he
I know,
wasn't.
I know.
Come on. It's okay. So I said I was looking it up. Please stop asking me questions.
Can I make a motion
I didn't
that...
hear you say you were looking it up, dear. Sorry.
Yeah.
hey guys, what do you call a party of rogues on the summit of a mountain? A sneak
And
peek.
provincial?
Oh, I don't like
A what?
A sneak peek.
Oh, jeez. I still say dead from windshield, though, is pretty accurate.
Mhm.
I'm gonna see if I can think up some more.
That's weird.
Even for the game, though. Because they are part of Jojo's character now.
True.
On the bright side, though, for those who haven't noticed the distinct lack of a very deep, bass-voiced, Australian, we could just say that he's still recovering from nearly dying 5 times.
Yeah. That's it. That
He's
was
taking-
that was the plan.
He's taking a nap. He's
Yeah.
taking some much needed R&R. All right. Where's my D&D notes?
All right. Okay. So, wow, your thing is very, very loud.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yawn,
You
guys,
can,
and make everyone else yawn.
No. It's easy to fix that in Discord. Or
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I
if-
know how to fix it. Okay.
So, River of Gold, Castle and Skies, path is full of hardship. Great.
Okay. So, I think in that case, we shall get things started. All right.
I'm just letting you guys know, for some reason, I've refreshed my page, but I can't hear any of the music. I can still hear you guys, so you'll just have to definitely make sure I know that the encounter is over.
Okay.
'Cause I won't be able to
I think
rely
it
on
may
music.
All right.
turn back on when he goes to the next page.
Maybe.
All right.
All right.
In the
Hopefully.
In the last session, the party continued traveling with the caravan north. Jojo debriefed the party with his encounter with the White Stag and the prophecy. The party then spent the rest of the night trolling the noble who abused his horses. Afterwards, they came across someone in the road, buried up to their head. The party decided to stay behind the caravan and dig him out, but were attacked by giant birds. They nearly died, but were able to defeat them. They learned this person was a Harper spy trying to infiltrate the Cult of the Dragon, but was discovered and left for dead. Welcome back to the Tyranny of Dragons.
Also, special note, we ate those birds that tried to kill us.
It was
That is
delicious!
They were good with salt.
And we learned that Jojo was an excellent cook.
Yes.
And Zothion bit into a ruby that was actually probably worth way more than the health potions that he traded it for.
Not in a fantasy RPG, it isn't.
What?
I looked up the worth of a ruby.
Yes, but in a fantasy RPG, it's just a trinket.
It's
Okay.
worth 2,500 gold.
Not necessarily, but okay. So you
oh
are.
my god, why I really miss Ozzy.
Ooh.
Miss that man.
All right. Zothion is now in the tent, and he is recovering from his long, long stay and near-death experiences. And everyone else is still kind of licking their wounds. Jermo, you are picking up a lot of. Yeah, you're picking up like a lot of background noise.
Is it not
Genuinely don't hear any
to
background
Cardoid?
noise.
All right. Anyways, what do you do?
Cora throws the last of the bone into the fire and says, good riddance. She's
Well-
still very salty.
Were we supposed to be doing anything else? No.
Ellywick is sort of pacing in front of the tent, muttering things in gnomish.
I'm standing next to Benny and I'm like, oh my god! I was seeing red so much I completely forgot what happened last session.
Maybe you
And-
could watch it in a flashback. It's about 3 hours long.
There's a storyteller in one of these tents. Keeps track of all of our goings on. Spend a
But
few
how
hours
will I
with him.
watch the high quality rip without Patreon?
We can always we can always find you a cliff and throw you out. You make your life flash before your eyes. If we do it just right, you might be able to get a couple of slow motion replays.
That sweet, sweet high definition. Sorry, Josh.
He's used to it by now.
Ugh. Y'all are gonna drive me to drink.
Yep. Cora looks over at
Get you
Ellywick.
to drink.
Cora looks over at Ellywick. What are you pacing about?
I'm just. There are things on my mind, and peas at the birds. Plus, I'm worried about Zothion.
Mm.
I know that noble's gone, but I know people have got their eyes on our horses.
Didn't we chase away the noble? I'm pretty sure we chased away the noble. In fact,
We did, but we're sort of think now around here.
I should read.
They stole your staff. Things.
Speaking of which, I kind of want to go practice with my bow. Right. How do you train? I was gonna do the training thing with Zothion one more time. How do you do the wisdom?
But
it was a wisdom check.
Zothion isn't around. Remember?
Yes, but I can still remember some of his teaching. No.
Yeah, that beeth. Yeah,
Not while he's not here.
yeah. You're gonna have to do a wisdom check with disadvantage.
So what was the point of giving you that bow if I can't train with it train and get better and actually get closer to using it every session? That's lame.
Well, here's the thing. I said you can train with it. It's just gonna be a little bit with disadvantage because you don't have a trainer.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll do what I can. It's just I want to do some. I want to at least progress this game with it.
Don't worry, you can. Just.
All right. So what do I click?
I said roll wisdom with disadvantage.
All right. And give me the nat 1. Hey, nat 1.
You ask and you shall receive.
Don't you have those claws? Don't you have that disadvantage thing too?
And on
the bad luck curse.
Yeah. Unfortunately, in you
I'm like the string breaks. He shoots Ellywick. Like
No. He loses his grip and he shoots the arrow straight up into the air, completely out of sight, and he doesn't know where it's gonna land.
Cora backs up, tries to find cover. It's just, oh crap.
All right. I'm gonna roll a spot check. I've got
Perception.
night vision, so I should. Yeah. Okay. Perception. So I'm gonna roll perception. I'm gonna roll perception. I've got dark vision, so I can pretty much see. Do I see it?
But you still have your bad luck curse. Remember?
Yeah, I left it in disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay. So no, you do not see it.
Can I roll a perception to see if I can spot something?
Yeah.
By the way, where is Jojo practicing? His bow and arrow. Did he find like targets in the woods or something?
Yeah, he's like you're like off like a little bit away from the camp, and you like kind of slipped and shot it upwards, and you're like, oh shoot, where did it go?
I'm gonna stand there confidently. My armor class will carry me.
Was I wise enough to be shooting away from the camp?
I said you slipped and shot straight up.
Got it.
Am I being unclear?
All right. What's the range on this? What's the range on it?
I would imagine that it's wherever the wind is taking it right now. So I would like to use a wisdom check or some sort of survival check to see what way the wind is blowing. Is that cool?
Sure.
All right.
Survival or?
Were they watching me?
What? Yeah, they saw. Yes, they saw. Yes, they all saw you move up. They saw you take the bow and move away from the camp, and they all saw you slip.
Yeah.
Ooh, God, my survival is actually pretty okay.
You can take 10 also. So. You
I
just
don't think I need a 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Anyways.
The
So,
wind blows in my favor, little man.
all right. So you look at your so you're kind of looking at the way the fire dances, and you see that the arrow didn't fall in the. You're pretty sure the arrow didn't fall in the camp.
All right, then just leave it.
But
I'm gonna, I'll communicate that to Jojo.
Yeah. It's like you need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like don't metagame, guys. It's like It's like if I tell Durian that, it doesn't mean you automatically know it. Okay.
Oh, I can just ask him if he tells me. So, did you tell Jojo?
Yes.
Yeah, I said I
Yeah.
communicated.
Yeah. He's
Okay, then I
yeah.
know, and I'm gonna just leave it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Are we supposed to be doing anything else besides, just keeping our stuff hidden?
Well, what did you learn from that feller that we dug up from the street?
We learned that he was a member of. We so like out of character. It's like what did we learn? It was like we learned.
You learned that he was a harper. I said.
Okay. We learned he was a harper. We told him that we were a harper, and what did he tell us after we proved we were a harper?
What?
I forget what he told us after we proved to him we were also harpers.
He infiltrated the dragon cult, but he was found out, and that's why he was abandoned.
Yeah.
Did we ask him where the dragon cult was?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. He did say that they were already ahead of him in Waterdeep.
Got it. All right. Did we get? So really, there's no reason we should. We should probably just get ready to hunker down and try to get there real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty much.
So, somebody want to keep watch? You guys
I got it, guys.
All right. So Jojo's like, so want to take turns, Mr. Dunkelbeard?
No problem. I could stay up all night.
Oh, okay. So,
I'm looking at my character sheet right now. I look to be in pretty healthy condition. I feel like I'm in a pretty healthy condition. There we go. Now it's in character.
Ellywick doesn't feel like sharing a tent with either Zothion or the stranger, so she just lies on top of Benny.
And Cora just lays down next to the fire.
Ditto for the doc.
Jojo lies down by the fire too, and waits to be woken up by Durian.
All right. You all sleep through the night, and it is the next morning. And
At some point during the night, I probably would have woken him up to take my shift.
Yep. I make sure my staff is still not missing.
Yep, it
All right.
is. It is not missing.
Because if it was, I would have totally slapped Durian and be like, "You weren't supposed to be watching."
All right.
So.
All right.
What
so,
now?
So let's see where you guys are. Y'all are.
We're way down here.
Yes, you are.
A little ways north of Dragonspear.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, Ellywick goes over to the, gosh dang it, I can't remember his name. Boss.
The what?
What's our boss's name?
Give me 1 second. Yes, his name was Aldor.
Morning, Aldor. How are you doing today?
I am doing all right. Is there something you need?
Just wondering, I've kind of lost track of how many days we've been on here. How many days have we been traveling with you?
Let's see. A little over a month.
Oh. And little over a month, so that's about 30 odd days.
Yes.
So once.
Indeed.
Do you mind if we could get perhaps our payment now? I think some of us are a little short on health potions and whatnot, and I think that would be a good idea to get before next time we fight a bunch of crazy bloodthirsty birds.
I suppose. Yes, I do. I do suppose it's about time to receive your salary. He takes out the 48 gold pieces and then hands it to you. Make sure it's like, and look, I know you're honest, but I'm still going to remind you anyway.
Remind me anyway of what?
That you need to take the salaries that we were all agreed on.
Of course.
And you're not going to take it all.
48 gold pieces.
Yep. All right. Make sure.
I'm not going to take it. What?
Make sure you actually give it to. Make sure you actually give it to all of your friends.
Of course. Although Dr. Gerark holds on to it for all of us.
Oh.
Yes, he does.
Oh well. All right then. Have a nice.
If it's 30 days and we get paid every 10 days, us for 20 days. Paid us once for the first 10 day, and this covers the second 10 day.
Yep, and we're not. And tomorrow you will get it. And tomorrow you will get the. Tomorrow you will get the next one, because that is the third. That is the 30 day.
I'm sorry, you said a little over a month. And since a month is 30 days, usually, for a month. But, alright. Ellywick just walks away and hands over the little pouch, well not pouch, it's more like a little bag of gold to Gerark.
48.
I don't get him.
Yep, 48 updated.
Alright.
Just sort of climbs onto Benny and just sort of Caravan, has him walk along the caravan, and she's suddenly kind of deep in thought.
What's AOS stand for? Sorry, OAS stand for. Triggering OAS.
I have no idea.
What context?
Double speed without triggering OAS.
Opportunity attacks.
Oh. Got it. Okay.
Alright.
Can you take attack of opportunity if you're tied up?
No. Well, I mean, sort of, but it'd be very, very hard.
A biting attack.
I believe there isn't exactly a rule against it, which is kind of the stupid thing.
Well, sort of. It's like depends on how much you're tied up. Like if you're restrained, you can't really take a lot of actions.
Yeah, I just kind of find it funny that the rules don't really have a clear thing on it, and some people try to rules lawyer it, and it's like, logically speaking, if my arms are tied up, I can't fucking hit you.
Well, okay, that's one for the swear jar.
We're PG-13 now. No one can say the F word anymore, or we go to a hard R. Everybody gets one.
What if we do Battlestar? What if we do Battlestar Galactica cursing?
Oh yeah, what is it? Fracking?
Fracking.
Yeah, I do that naturally.
I envy you.
All right. So what are we doing now?
Just going along, and let's see. Durian and Ellywick, over the horizon, you do see some dark-looking clouds gathering.
I'm getting a bad feeling about this. the weather isn't looking too good.
I don't know if it's weather related or if it's magic related.
I would roll. Jojo approaches the magic users of the party and is like, "Can you tell if that's magical or not magical?"
I'm
you'd
trying
roll,
to. What is it?
Did
did
I
you-
roll Arcana?
Yeah, you rolled knowledge arcana.
All
What is
right.
it? Ooh.
All right. You know from your Arcana check that if it were magical, it would have a specific color tint, and it doesn't.
I
Okay,
think this is
from
just
my
normal
nature
rain.
check, what does it
All right.
say?
Yeah, your nature check will. You're studying it, and you realize, oh shoot, we're in for a really bad. We're in for some long rain.
Shall we inform the individuals responsible for the caravan that we should, let them know that we should probably hunker down?
Well, if it's
No.
depending on how long it's from.
Wait, he said just rain? Just rain?
Yeah.
It's just
N-
rain.
no-
It's
yeah,
not magic.
yeah.
Oh, if
It
he's
also,
just
it also depends on how much of their stuff is perishable and how much is.
Yeah. All right. Well, what are
Sure,
you gonna?
go ahead and inform people.
all right. So Jojo goes to the guys in charge of the caravan and lets them know that the big rainstorm is coming.
All right. So, yeah, you inform some people about the. You inform some guards about it, and they look on the horizon, and they're kind of peering a little bit, and then they realize, and then their eyes kind of widen and then eventually the entire caravan is told about the storm coming, and then and you can tell that they're all shifting, like they're getting out like protective rain gear, and Aldor, he actually comes back to you with a couple. He comes to you with a couple cloaks and says, "Put these on."
Cora puts on the cloak.
Yeah.
Ah, so kind.
Ditto.
I put on what appears to be the cloak.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
And Ellywick puts on her cloak, but it's way too big on her, so it looks more like a very, very elegant wedding dress, which is brown.
Sorry, I didn't expect to hire. Sorry, I didn't expect to hire gnomes.
I understand. I'm used to it. Why do you think I haven't been able to go clothes shopping in a while? Aside from the fact that we've been traveling for a moment.
All right, just take care. Just take care of yourselves. I promise, because you are employees. I do promise to take care of you and give you your food, and make sure take care of you when you're sick. But all the same, I prefer you not get sick.
We prefer
to.
Don't worry. Even if we run out of food or something, I could go hunting. Or I know what berries will kill you and what won't.
What is protocol? What is the protocol?
By the way,
for
those
if you get
berries
sick?
over there will kill you.
By the way, Josh, I just was alerted by someone on Twitter. The YouTube super chat notification doesn't work in the stream.
Let me try.
Oh my god.
Might want to fix that.
This is reminding me of that time when I accidentally streamed to Josh's channel.
That was
Lols.
Well.
It looks like the FBI took that one down too.
Hey, we're almost there. It's so great. I love it.
Okay,
It'll still be a while.
Robert Wilson donated $10. I don't know how long ago, but I know I didn't hear any mention of it, so we're gonna give him his little thing. Hello, Josh. I've got a couple of missed opportunities from your KH3 streams because of working third shift, starting with your supposed. Streams because of working third shift, starting with you're supposed to take a shot when someone says Sora, Donald, Goofy in that order. Don't know what that is. I wasn't watching those streams.
Okay, so
apparently we missed 2 super chats, but I only see.
Yeah, I see. Oh yeah, I saw 2 I see it, those super chats. Thank you, Flynn, for the €2 for saying yay more D&D. Thank you for Robert Wilson for saying the super chat isn't working. You missed 2 chats. Okay, I think
Thanks for donating $2 to say that.
Yeah. Anyways, so yes, y'all got your y'all got your cloaks and you're ready to hunker down, and sure enough, like later in the day, the rain starts trickling in, but because you all thought fast, everyone was a little bit prepared. It's like all the horses have been all the horses have been covered with clothing, and everyone's just trudging on through, and no one was caught like with their pants down.
Ellywick has given up on walking after the 3rd time she had tripped over her cloak and into the ground.
Yeah.
On Benny, who, because the cloak is so big, it's also covering.
Yep.
I'm tiny!
Cora waves her hand, which is like almost engulfed in the sleeve, and goes, "I feel ya."
I want to ride on Benny too.
Is it any different than riding a horse? I've never ridden a woolly cow before.
Benny shoves his nose over in Cora's direction and snorts.
Cora puts up her hands defensively. Don't kill me.
Get a little higher.
To be fair, you did, when introducing Benny, describe him as exactly that.
I didn't describe him as that. She did.
No, I mean, back when you introduced him, you said we didn't know what he was, and you said he was a woolly cow.
Oh, that was Cora.
That was
Cora
me.
called him a woolly cow.
Was that?
That was
what
me.
He was, which is what he is.
Oh.
Cora approaches Benny very apprehensively and goes, "How do I get on?"
Ellywick leans down and like picks her up.
Ah! God.
I have a little bit of strength for my size, and plus you're not that bigger than me.
Cora is kind of just shaking as she's sitting on Benny now. Is like, "I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall."
I'm trying to, like, a bird that's afraid of falling.
Flynn chatting, if Josh is reading this, then the notification is fixed. Oh yeah, also, with the new Streamlabs OBS, I can actually repeat a couple of these notifications, so I'm just gonna do that.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, now you're actually a little bit higher than you would have been on the horse. You could see better.
Cora nods but doesn't say anything. She's just gripping onto Benny tightly.
Yep.
He doesn't mind. He's used to it. Just plods along happily. Like he seems to have a little extra spring in his step now that he has 2 people on his back. And respected and needed.
18 feet.
Next, oh great one.
All right. Nothing really happens in this particular day, and you just hunker down for the night, but the raining has not stopped. And in fact, it's gotten a little bit... In fact, it's actually getting a little bit worse.
Hey.
What?
On the bright side, this does give me a good opportunity, if it arises, for me to use a new spell I've been working on.
Cora looks back. What spell?
Let's just say it's a spell I would never have been able to do in my mountain in my life ever.
Okay.
But it has never rained in my mountain.
Rain doesn't cost.
It'll be fun. I hope.
I believe it.
Also, anybody hungry?
No, I still have some giant bird leg left over.
Cause I have to pay for rations again.
That's good.
Oh, cool.
The rations are getting a bit monotonous to me.
There you
If anyone
go.
was interested in going on a hunt, I'd
Good
be
berry.
interested in tracking some game.
Actually, here, she Gerark a berry.
Good berry, aka a sensu bean. It's like
If you
good
get
berry.
that, you can. I know my friend made a druid healer using nothing but good berries and 1 level in the cleric to get the life cleric perk, and he was like able to make a bunch of good berries for us that could like heal like 10 HP per thing, and he could just like spam that.
Sensu berry.
Yeah, like it was kind of stupid. Not gonna lie, like he would just like make like potions with this good berry thing. He had like, and he was able to do it like level 5 too, which is just insane to me.
Hey Joshua, I have something that I'm going to need to get a ruling on from you since you're the DM, because I mean I'm doing.
Yeah.
Can the feline agility be combined with the step of the wind's ability to boost his sprint speed additionally?
Say that again.
Can Jojo's feline agility be combined with his step of the wind's ability in order to boost his sprint speed?
Step of the Winds. Is that monk level 5?
So basically,
Oh,
feline
there it
agility
is.
doubles his speed. All right, doubles his speed. Step of the Winds gives him the dash feature as a bonus action, which also doubles his speed.
Yes. Yes.
So that means it would be.
Yes. Yes.
So every other turn, he'd be able to not move. He'd be
Yeah,
able to
yes,
move
yes.
180 feet.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yes, you may. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah.
Honey, he was just explaining.
Yeah.
160 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That'll come in handy later.
All right.
Woot woot.
I mean, I get if you guys still want to. I get if you guys still want to go hunting and whatnot. I don't like it, but I get it. But I have an alternative.
The berries are very delicious, to be sure. I suppose some of my old roots tend to creep in as I start to crave something a bit more.
I still have leftover evil bird that tried to kill us the other day. Are you telling me that?
I was just trying to share.
Yeah,
You know,
but unfortunately,
If you guys are planning on going hunting, I won't stop you, but I'm certainly gonna go with you.
yeah,
I'm
keep
very well versed on the subject.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to just get to Daggerfoot as quickly as possible.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Don't let my primal
Jojo reaches into his bag and pulls out another giant bird leg. He's like, "Here, chew on this."
How about we go hunting?
if y'all go, okay. Like,
Jojo pulls
Wait.
out a bird leg. How we go hunting?
I need to explain something. I will
What?
eat meat if it is something that we kill as a part of it attacking us. But I don't want to eat it if it's out about and being hunted. So if y'all go hunting, that's fine by me. Berries, unless very delicious attacks us again.
To Daggerfoot!
All right.
Only eat meat in self-defense.
Sounds fair. Eat it back.
All right. For the next week, it has done nothing but rain. It's like some days it's lighter, but for the most part, it has done nothing but rain.
Thank goodness for the cloak thing, because Jojo would not have been having a good day.
Even with the cloak, Cora looks absolutely miserable.
Yeah, none of you have had a hot meal in about a week.
I'm
I think
sorry,
about- I
Barry,
think
you're
at
all I
about-
can do.
It's not your
day
fault.
3, Durian would have just went hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing for Doc. He's definitely wants some protein.
That would be a survival check, right?
Yeah, that'd be a survival check with disadvantage because it is raining.
Cool.
Can I roll one as well or not?
Yeah,
All
both
right.
of you. Both of you, because you guys want the meat, you can.
Looking for it.
Do I?
Disadvantage, survival. Come on, man, don't fail me now.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
great.
Unfortunately, you guys
Oh.
during the 7 days, none of you could find any more animals, and you're just stuck eating the peritons.
All I know is that I have a +6 to survival, and that rolls BS.
Why didn't? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry, bro.
No, it's okay. Me and Gerark here are upsetty spaghetti together.
Misery
I'm
loves.
so upsetty right now. I could eat a whole bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah. Also, Aldor
was
hands.
that your mom's spaghetti?
Also, Aldor walks over to Gerark and hands him the bag. It's like, I was told you are the money carrier for this little entourage.
Yes, the brains of the organization, as it were.
Oh,
He's really just so scary. We're convinced no, like thief worth his salt would even try to mug him because, I mean, have you seen him when he gets mad?
yes, I have. Anyways,
Yes.
he hands you another bag containing 48 gold pieces.
Thank you.
Where did I get the 27?
I
Anyways,
think it was looting.
Maybe.
Make sure you give it to Doc.
Anyways, you off in the distance, you do see the city of Daggerford.
Oh, goody, another city.
Woot woot.
Yep.
What does it look like? What
They
does it look
probably
like?
have an inn in there and can get hot food for a change.
Beer.
I could go for a swig myself at this point.
I mean, I still have mine, but I mean, seriously, I'd like to add something new to my palate for a change.
All right. You get there, and yeah, it's still raining, but you do see some people bustling about, still trying to conduct business in the rain.
Please tell me the inn's name is the Prancing Pony.
No.
Ugh.
Sorry, it would have been perfect. It's raining.
It's the dead horse, and you're beating it.
Eh.
All right. So,
Is Benny allowed to come in this city?
yes. There is, because there is
Hey.
room. All right. Oh, shoot.
Where should we park the caravan for the night?
Give me 1 second. I did a boo-boo. Basic.
Uh-oh.
Josh made a boo-boo.
He said boo-boo.
Oh, come on. Be nice.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah. Now everyone can see it. Okay, you are all at the gates of Daggerford. Connor Johnson, from your perspective, what do you think a warning sign that someone is being an elitist? And I'm asking this in an objective manner. Odd.
Who said that?
In the super chat. Odd question.
Okay. Do they say whom or who?
That's right. What do you think is a warning sign that someone is being an elitist?
If they use the word whom or say actually.
If they see fines as and like legal fines as just the cost it takes to do something.
Yeah. Anyways,
like illegal parking, it's just like, oh, it only costs $300 to park here. I'm like, it's a legal fee.
It only costs $300 to go here. Only the most elite and crippled people can park in this spot.
Thank you for demonetizing my stream. I appreciate it.
Wheelchairs, I think not.
Anyways.
All right, so you're at the gate. You're at the gates. What do you want to do?
Cora wants to look for a tavern.
All right. So you
know, that drill field looks pretty interesting. I want to go to drill field.
You can.
Doc wants to go to like a butcher or smokehouse or somewhere that they have meat.
All right.
I gotta go there before drill field.
All right.
Aldor, where should we park our? Where is everybody going to be departing?
How
long are we staying?
We'll be staying for just the night. If you want to start shopping, this would probably be the best place to do it. But in that case, yeah.
We should probably keep an eye on the fellas who, were like, we knew were with the dragon cult. We were watching those fellas from the dragon cult in the caravan, and we should see whether or not they meet up with the rest of the cult. I mean, I thought that was why we came here.
No,
that's
Waterdeep. But this is Daggerford.
Oh.
This is basically This is basically like on the way.
You're kidding. We're doing more traveling?
Yes.
Okay, I'm finding an inn.
That's what I'm doing too.
You walk up and you do see, like, immediately as you enter the gates of Daggerford, you see a tavern.
Ah, hot food! Thank the gods!
I miss you!
I'm running! Poor run.
I want to look to Gerark here, right?
All right.
And I just kind of want to look him in the eye, and he understands the pain I've been through. We've been through a lot of pain hunting in the rain and getting nowhere. Right? And I look at him, I'm like, we could go for inn food, but I think we've earned ourselves something more luxurious. Why don't we look for the best, biggest prime pot at the marketplace and cook it up ourselves?
Or better yet, the best prime cut at the marketplace and pay someone to cook it up for us.
I like the way you think.
Yeah.
I am tired now.
Yeah.
Ellywick begins debating with herself. As much as she wants to go with Doc, she also knows that one, butcher shops will probably not be okay with her, and two, she needs to see if she can find armor. So she's wondering if maybe the Harper feller can come with her.
Yeah.
And then, like, for the sake of brevity, if we could just count the party funds just as like usable, so we don't have to do like a backtracking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be good, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So Carlon is like, oh yes, you actually remembered I'm here. Thank you.
Harper, I don't know what to do with you.
My name is Carlin, not Harper. I'm a part of the Harpers.
Oh, you're a Harper.
Yes.
I don't understand secret societies. I came from a place with.
I don't understand secret societies, all right? Can you explain to me the secret?
Right.
I
Well,
don't understand what I'm supposed to do with you. That's all.
you could always ask me
I'm
questions.
sorry. But I also don't like it when I can't get answers. And since secret is part of your name, I'm assuming that you won't be able to tell me everything I want to know.
He just kind of blinks at you. You kind of put yourself in a box there.
Hence why I can't talk to you. Look, do you want some armor? I need to go and get some, at least for Benny.
Well, there is a smithy right next to us.
Would you like to accompany me?
If it's not too much trouble.
Question.
I think that's my favorite quote of this entire campaign.
What?
Well, you can always ask me questions. I'm just like imagining him like staring blankly forward, you know, like one of his eyes is slowly like dripping.
You know, the other one's gonna ask you questions too, you know, the people who are also harpers with you. You too, Gerark and Durian, she points to. I don't think that you're gonna get into much trouble, Doc, but Durian, stay out of trouble.
I feel like there's Durian and Doc-shaped like smoke puffs. As they have gone to like a butcher shop.
Yeah, they're already gone.
I like the idea though of like the smoke puffs being there, and she like sees that in the corner of her eye. Jerk! Oh, they're gone.
Come on, Carlin.
All right, where did you go? It's like, okay, so you all went and just asked for directions, and you went to the Happy Cow. All right, and this is.
Look at
I
that.
feel that
It
is
looks like
not
they're
the
being.
truth. I feel that is an abject lie.
All right.
So Durian like sees the name of the thing and is like looks at Gerark and says, "Looky here, even the woman can eat some. They were happy when they were killed."
A noble death for these beasts. We shall delight in their fall.
Look, they were happy. I also picture like the Happy Cow being like a weird medieval ice cream shop.
All right,
No,
but
ice cream was actually invented by Thomas Jefferson.
are you sure he didn't steal it?
That's Thomas Edison, not Jefferson.
That's the joke. Anyways, so what is this? This is controlled by all players, and this is Carlon and Ellywick. So we've split the party. So first we are going to go to Jojo and Cora, who have stopped by the Lady Luck Tavern.
Cora just bursts in, makes a beeline for the bar, sits in a chair, and goes, "I want some hot food. I don't care what it is. Just put it in front of me."
All right, give me 1 second.
Hey, Cora.
What?
What do you call it when a druid examines a sapling for magical properties?
What?
Turning over a new leaf.
Cora's head slams into the bar. Please, hurry up with the food. I can't take this on an empty stomach.
You might want to hurry. I have more.
Oh, God.
Josh, okay, what is your picture in this roll in roll 20 here? I'm looking at your profile picture, and I can't. I just can't every time. It's this sunglasses bro dude.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
It looks like he's seen a butt he really likes.
That's what's his name? That's
Red.
Red from Magic the Gathering.
Well, Red from Magic the Gathering looks like he's looking at a butt he really likes.
All right, so you look at this the innkeeper, and she's looking at you. She's got this very well kept blonde hair and blue eyes, and it's like everything around this inn just seems extremely clean, and then she just gives you a very pleasant smile and says, "Sure, I have a lot of specials here today. I can give you roasted scallop with ginger and blackberry tart, or would you like steamed crab with mustard and poached eggs?"
Yeah. How about yes? Yes to
Cora
everything.
wiped her mouth because a little just started slipping out. She's like, I'll take crab. Crab sounds delicious.
All right. Would you like that with mead or cider?
I'll take cider.
Flynn, thank you for the $2. More JoJo puns, please. No.
No.
By the way, I forgot to actually turn in some of the gold I had in my wallet, so I can actually pay for this. How much for everything?
For 2 meals, it's going to be 6 between the two of you. 6 silver between the two of you.
Jojo, were you talking about that 28? Because I already was gonna ask.
I forgot to actually give it to you, so I didn't know if we were doing that behind the scenes or if we were just gonna go with JoJo. Forgot.
I'll subtract it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So JoJo just pulls out it was gold, right? I think it was gold
Silver.
pieces. It was silver.
6
Alright.
silver pieces each.
No, I had 27 gold. 27 gold in my inventory. So JoJo pulls out. He pulls out a single gold piece and plops it on the table. Here you go. Keep the change.
All right. How much gold did you give her?
I gave her 1 gold piece. That's
All right.
10 gold, right?
That's
right. That's 10 silver.
She just looks at it.
It's
Says,
worth 10 silver.
she looks at you and says, "Oh, thank you so very much." So you're both having the same thing?
I have the crab.
Yeah.
All right, and she says, "What would you like? I have braised. I also have some braised lamb, and barley biscuits."
Oh yes. Here he pulls out another gold piece, plops it on the table. I'll take that too.
She's just looking at you and then she kind of narrow her eyes and smiles. It's like, "You're adventurers, aren't you?"
What gave you that impression?
Well,
Is it the rain-stained cloak, the backpack filled with traveling gear, or
The hungry bird who wants her food.
or the strange cat that wandered in that is clearly not from these parts?
And the bird who wants food.
I'm sorry, I did not mean that to sound so condescending. I was trying to make a joke.
all right. Immediately you see this wench this elf wench who gives you the plate of crab, and then you hear the wench say, "Your lamb will be out in a little bit."
Excellent. Looking around the room, how many people do I see in the room?
You see a couple people. You see about
A couple is 2 in my book.
okay. You see about little over half a dozen.
Half a dozen, so 6 people. All right. How much for a round of ale?
A round of ale? Oh, that's like half a silver.
All right. He plops another gold piece on the counter. A round for everyone.
And then everyone just looks at you and says, "Yay!"
I guess I get ale along with my cider and crab. Yay.
Yep.
Cora is now just tearing into the crab.
Yeah.
No table manners.
Yeah. You
Hey,
don't.
Cora,
What? Eating.
what do you call it when a druid decides to boil books as a hobby?
What?
A novelty.
If I didn't know that I could get bad luck from doing it, I would punch you in the face.
Oh my
Hey, you just have to decide whether or not it was worth it. I'd still laugh.
Cora thinks about it for a second, but then goes back into tearing into her crab.
All right, so the wench comes back and gives you your braised lamb and barley biscuits.
Excellent. All right. Jojo pops another gold piece on the counter. Anyone want to go? He grabs his tankard of ale.
Immediately, the innkeeper says, can you please not do that? I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I would very much like my tavern to be not rowdy.
Jojo pops another gold on the table and slides it towards her. Would that change your mind?
She shakes her head. No, please. I appreciate your generosity, but I have limits.
Darn. No,
this is why Jojo's not allowed to have the money.
You really don't. You really don't allow drinking games? So lame. Okay, what do you guys do for fun in here?
We play regular games.
Like what? Do you arm wrestle? Ooh, darts. What do you do?
Usually we exchange stories, but a couple times people play these little board games.
Board games?
Oh yes, things like chess, three dragon ante.
I do not think that is my type of game. What do you think, Cora?
Cora is too busy eating, and she's like, what did I miss?
I was more thinking along the lines of Pinnacle, or maybe a short, a friendly brawl or something like that.
From the sound of it, I don't think brawls are what this inn is into.
It's all good fun.
And we're not an inn, we're a tavern.
Tavern.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Right.
Does that make a difference?
Yeah. All right. So in that case, after that little thing, we're gonna be moving on to Durian and Doc, who are at the Happy Pig.
I thought it was Happy Cow.
Happy Cow. Sorry. That.
No, our tavern is the Happy Pig.
Our tavern is the Lady Luck.
Yeah. Anyways.
No, but everyone inside is a happy.
Bovine.
Everyone inside is a Happy Pig.
Ouch.
I feel like it's like two double doors that just get double kicked open.
All right. So you kick open and you see that the patrons seem to be predominantly dwarven.
Hello, brothers!
Wow, I was actually just about to say, if Jojo was there, he'd make a racist joke about them all being related to him, but he actually just went out and said, "Hello, brothers."
Yeah, everyone,
brothers. Is it okay if I say that too?
I hand him a dwarf card that says expires never. Friend.
Honorary dwarf.
Doc tucks it into a little breast pocket. Looks very proud.
Josh, what you need to do is go online, design a business card that says honorary dwarf on it, and just pass them out, and have like Durian Ducklebeer's name on the back or something.
Yeah. All right. So, as soon as you say like "hello, brothers," it's like everyone starts like cheering and yelling. So, that you see in the back, there's this rather thin female dwarf, and she's looking at you with a
oxymoron.
Yeah, it's like she's very thin for a dwarf. and then she looks at you with a raised eyebrow, and then she gives you a smile and says, "Can I help you?"
So I'm gonna lay it straight, all right? We've been in that like blasted rain for. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're really hungry.
So
We would like one of your finest cuts prepared in your finest method.
So are we talking brisket, ribs, or a giant steak?
Listen, lady, I'm a dwarf. You know what I'm gonna go for. Give me that giant steak.
I concur.
She shrugs and says, "All right, that'll be 3 silver pieces, each of you."
I am scrambling for the wallet.
Yeah. Let's say collectively we give a gold.
Yeah, collect it. Yeah, all right, you give her the silver. You give her the silver pieces.
Yep.
All right, and then about 20 minutes later, you are handed these giant flagons of ale and giant steaks.
Oh, jeez, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, this is amazing.
Okay, so and like these steaks are like 2 inches thick. They're not very big. They're not like terribly large, but they are very, very thick.
Oh, to be
Very
whole
large.
again. Shall we, Durian?
Oh, we shall.
All right, you all dig in. You gonna do anything else?
Just forget about the world for a while and just absorb the meats.
I think once we dig in, though, it might be a smart idea to take a look at the world-famous, one and only drill field.
Right.
Also, there's this place called the Shanties.
All right. Anyways,
Dying.
moving over to Carlin and Ellywick.
Ellywick is just riding on Benny very stiffly.
All right.
Comfortable. Where's the smithy?
All right. It is literally right here. And all right. The person in front of. All right. Give me 1 second. Okay, so you go over, and it appears you see this like kind of overweight male half elf. He looks up at you, and he seems very aged, and he's got a big scar over his left eye.
Oh, good day, sir. How are you doing?
Oh, hello. My name is Cromac, and this is my smithy. How can I help you?
My name is Ellywick, and this is Carlin. I was wondering what sort of armor that you might have for someone of my size.
Well, we get the occasional gnome in here, and I could probably get you something. Let me see. Okay, it's item.
When you said, like, this is really stupid, right? But when you said, like, overweight half-elf guy shows up, and don't get mad at me for thinking this, but right when you said that, I just pictured a guy jumping behind a counter and saying, "Hey, Vsauce, Michael here." And now I can't stop imagining Michael from Vsauce looking like a freaking half-elf.
Whoa, what's going on? What's all that noise?
Oh, sorry. I thought I had it muted.
No, you didn't. All right.
He figured that out, honey.
All right. So he looks at you and says, "If I am to guess you, I'd say you're a bit of a druid type."
What gave me away?
The animal you're with.
And because she's turning over a new leaf.
Anyways, so well, I can give you some studded leather.
Currently have studded leather. Do you have any shields, perhaps?
Shields. He starts looking around. Shield. He looks around and he's kind of looking at your size. So, oh dear. And he says, "Yes, I do have one shield that might be a little bit your size. Usually it's like for an adult this would be a buckler, but for you this would be a regular shield."
Burn.
Well, I am an adult gnome. So, what is it? How much?
10 gold pieces.
All right, Doc.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's all free for everyone to use. I'm just gonna tab it.
I don't know how much we have total.
We have 236 gold pieces.
I think we're okay.
Yeah, I think we're okay on it.
I will take the shield.
All right, so I am going to add a shield to your inventory. Give me one. All right. All right. You notice.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here.
Please stop. All right. You notice that.
Why?
You notice that it is made of wood.
Hey. But it's nice and shiny.
Yeah.
It's okay, so it's made of wood. So we're paying 10 gold for a piece of round wood.
It's
And
still two
polished and
AC.
reinforced.
All right. Give me 1 second.
Polished and reinforced, and it's good stuff.
10 gold for 2
Now I
AC
have-
is well worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 gold for 2 AC is well worth it. But anyways,
I'll take it.
okay.
Do you have anything for this fella beside me?
Well,
Him out.
is that would you like anything? And then he says, "Oh, thank you. Someone actually asked me questions." Yeah.
So, for somebody who's actually offering to pay for you, I wouldn't be so flip. Sir, we found you buried in a ditch.
All right. Well, I could always take another dagger. That would always be nice.
It would. Actually, I'll take a dagger too.
Oh, you guys should get.
not-
Oh, I'm not there.
All right. Two. Okay. Two.
How do we armor class?
Okay. So you want 2 daggers? Okay. That'll cost you a total of 4 gold pieces.
There we go. Take away 4. Woo.
Noted.
Alright, the dagger ain't for me.
Can we have him buy potions even though we're not there to?
It's a smithy. It's not an apothecary.
Oh, okay.
Is there an apothecary nearby, though?
1 second. Yes, there is.
Could you please direct it to us?
Indeed. It's, where is it? It's Which one is that? 28. You know, I'd really appreciate it if this thing. Okay, there it is. It's a. He points behind you, like you see. You see that alleyway right over there. You see this alleyway right over here.
Okay.
Keep walking down that and keep walking down it. It's at the building at the end. If you hit the gates of the estate, you've gone too far.
Oh, the estate.
Robert Wilson, Josh, I'm surprised you didn't say anything about Uncle Scrooge's bistro serving food made from other people's leftover takeout. Because I didn't notice that.
Who lives the estate?
Oh, it's the nobles.
I'm surprised that more than one noble allows themselves to be in the same house. Normally they get all uppity about being special and whatnot.
It is it is a castle, so.
Do you know anything about them?
I try not to keep my nose. I try not to stick my nose in their business. I'm just trying to make an honest living.
True, I understand. I was just wondering if you've noticed anything strange.
Other than this.
Do they...
Other than this ungodly weather, no.
Do not normally get a lot of rain?
No.
Do the nobles treat the commoners pretty well? You had any problems with them?
For the most part, things are fine. For the most part, things are fine. It's like we don't get in their faces, they don't get in ours.
Okay, I was just checking. I don't like it when people don't treat them very nice. As long as you're all right, I feel better.
Well, that's fine, little missy, but I'd recommend you not rock the boat everywhere you go, because that can come across as being nosy.
Of course not. That's why I was just checking with you, instead of just going to investigate on my own.
All
if
right.
you don't think something's wrong, then I won't interfere.
All right. Well then, if that's all, you...
Thank you very much. We'll be off on our way to the apothecary. Carlin, do you need anything there?
Probably a poison or two.
Poison?
He gives you a deadpan look. I'm a spy.
She suddenly remembers that she has a bottle of poison in her bag and doesn't know what to do with it.
You have poison? Oh, wait a minute. I do too.
Uh-huh.
So do I.
Okay. Already had a shield?
We could mount a shield on Benny and give him 2 AC.
Okay, I'll take that. I don't know.
What?
Apparently, apparently when you added a shield to the bottom of mine, there already was a wooden shield under my armor. And so, now I have 2 shields.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, okay, well, if you want to buy a shield, okay.
Oh, I mean, better than studded leather armor for me, for a druid.
So that means you're going to be, in order to get the benefits of both those shields, you're going to have to wield both of those shields.
Never mind, then I'll just keep it as a backup just in case the other one breaks.
Alright.
Alright, my armor class stayed. Oh well.
So is that another 10 gold down?
No.
Wait, what?
You already you had a shield and you bought an extra and you bought a shield. So that's not another extra 10 gold down.
Oh, okay. I thought we were buying
No,
it.
we're good.
Now
No.
there's- Okay.
Over at the apothecary, though.
Alright. On Marmont. Okay, so you move over and you see a sign detailing the Lizard's Gizzard.
Hey, Josh, you're cutting in and out.
You see a sign for a shop called the Lizard's Gizzard. Jermo, you are being very loud with your typing.
Doesn't look exactly pleasant, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say anything.
Say what?
Carlin, shall we enter?
Very well. We shall enter if it pleases the lady.
I'm asking you, but all right.
All right. You enter this... All right. All right. Bonus news, Josh. Robert Wilson. $5. Your Viva Las Pegasus review was reviewed by the reviewer today. Who's the reviewer?
Well, it looks like he reviews reviews. Someone should review this guy, though. I don't trust him.
You have to triple review. You have to review the reviewer.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, people shouldn't usually like review their put a video up reviewing the reviewers, because then you get the frickin' then you get the frickin' slaughtering grounds incident.
In any
Like
case,
that time when Jim Sterling reviewed them, reviewing him, reviewing this game.
Yeah. Anyways, you go to this. Okay, so you go. What is this doing? Okay, so you go to this place, and you see that the place is manned by... Come on. Be nice.
I'm trying.
All right. A half-orc of all things. And she looks at... She looks at you. She looks at you and says, "Hello, what can I get you today?"
I was just wondering, do you have any poisons this feller here would like to purchase some? That problem.
It depends on what kind of poison you look for. Would you like basic poison? Would you like special poison?
Is this guy a little slow?
A woman, she's a half orc. We're lucky that she's able to speak common.
Some help.
Me no speak common very well, but me make good poison.
Darling?
Can we get like a whole book written about this character and their life? like my father was poisoned as a child, and now I make poison trying to avenge him. I'm hoping that one day I'll sell the poison that killed my father killer.
Basic poison cost 100 gold pieces.
Darling, that's on you.
He has quite the toxic personality.
Boo!
Never trust a big button to smile, that girl is poison.
Anyways, he looks over and just kind of shrugs and says, "That's a little rich for my blood, considering I was, mugged and left for dead."
Well, it's a little rich for us too. It took us 20 days to get 96.
Well, I mean, unless
what do you have in the way of health potions, ma'am?
I good with health potion.
Do you have any currently available?
Yes, I have potion of healing. Pulls it out. 50 gold pieces for potion of healing.
Ellywick has a flashback.
How much does it heal?
You could always use one of those potions of healing if you ever find one. You know, if you ever stumble across one.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Robert Wilson, $2. And you called me racist against gold dragons.
Man, that Robert Wilson's like your #1 fan, man.
Yeah. Anyways. All right.
Alright, I'll take it.
All right. So the half orc nods and gives it to you, saying, "It will not reattach severed limb, but it might stop pain."
Thank you.
All right. Add a
50
potion.
gold coins.
Yeah, 50 gold pieces.
For a potion of healing.
Yeah, that is a little more than your 10-day salary.
I'm not happy.
Yeah, who is the one that's echoing right now? Yeah, Jermo, can you use headphones?
I am using headphones.
Well, how's it still picking up what I'm saying?
It's the Blue Yeti is a sensitive microphone.
It's creepy. It's not Jermo.
Oh, it isn't?
Wait,
No,
I'm
it's creepy.
I'm echoing?
Am I echoing?
I genuinely don't hear any echoing, so I don't even know what you guys are talking about. So when you said something about the Blue Yeti, I thought you were talking about your mic.
No. Jeremo's using the Blue Yeti now.
Yeah.
I use a electronic voice to RE7D. 27ND.
All right, anyways. So, the half-orc looks at you and says, "Would you like anything else?"
I think we're all right. I appreciate your time.
Very good. Be safe, small person.
Thank you. Carlin, why don't we head over back to the tavern? I actually look for an inn. They only went for a tavern, unless you wanted to stay at the tents with the caravan. We're supposed to do.
He shrugs. I don't know. I'll try looking around, see if there's anything.
Does it seem like this guy's gonna be fighting with us moving forward?
Maybe, possibly. I don't know.
I mean, this is kind of like, I don't know if we can meta speak since we're all like in the same town area.
All right.
But
Moving
it
back.
could be worth investing in his poison needs. We have a lot of gold.
All right. Okay. Moving over to Jojo and Cora.
Cora throws the last of her crab shells in the plate, and it's just like, that was delicious. Thank you.
Yes, very, very good. Here, here's another gold piece, just for you guys being so fantastic. I kind of want to go shopping now.
The woman just kind of laughs at you. It's like, after you just blew all your gold on a meal that was barely worth 1 gold piece.
And I fed a bunch of friends. Alright, he turns to the room.
The entire room just kind of says, "All hail Jojo!"
Yay!
Cora puts her hand to her temple and is like, my worst nightmare has come to life.
Hey, Jojo gets up to leave after leaving the tip, and he turns back to Cora and saying, "Why was the Lich accused of being a vampire?"
Why?
Because he was a neck romancer. And he runs out the door.
Cora looks back at the barkeep. I don't know why I travel with him. I honestly don't.
All right, so Jojo, that looks like the marketplace right outside the door. So, I'm going to just look for rope and maybe some clay, or just useful stuff. Am I able to spot anyone carrying rope?
Wait, you're just looking around at the people?
Yeah. I'm looking around at the marketplace to see if anyone's selling. I'm looking around the marketplace to see if anyone's selling hempen rope.
Yes.
All right. I approach the counter and say, "How much for a rope?"
It's All right. The man looks at you. He's got these. He's got a bit of a young appearance, but you can tell that he's very experienced in his trade, because his hands are very rugged and scarred. He says, "Oh yes, I can give you a I can get. You want hempen rope? Are you sure you don't want some silk rope?"
Hempen's fine. It'll do the job. Do you have any pitons as well?
Yes, I can give you that.
Excellent. I'll take, let's see, 5 pitons, 2 pitons. 2 pitons, and I'll take a hammer to go with it.
All right. The two pitons will cost you 10 copper pieces. The hempen rope will cost you a gold piece, and the hammer will cost you a gold piece. Unless you want a sledgehammer, in which case that'll be 2 gold pieces.
I just need a hammer for the pitons.
All right. So that'll be two gold pieces and 10 copper pieces.
All right. Can you make change for me?
Yes.
Here's 3 gold pieces, and yeah. So he puts
All right.
3 gold pieces in the counter.
He hands you back 9 silver and 90 copper pieces.
Excellent. Could you please direct me to a shop or maybe a potter or something like that? I'm looking to get some clay on my hands.
Clay?
Yes, I would need some clay. Also, I'm going to need to pick up some chalk.
He kind of looks at you. It's like, what? Do you mind me asking why?
I'm an adventurer. You never know when you might need these things.
He just kind of shrugs and says, "That's fair, I guess."
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a bit of a it is a bit of a walk, but if you see this if you see that alleyway over there, take the first right and you'll see it on your left. If you hit the drill field, you've gone too far.
Excellent. So that's for the clay. What else did I ask for? It was clay and
Chalk.
there we go, chalk. Anybody around here just carry chalk?
Probably
Same place. Who handled
same place. Same place.
What are you using to keep score of your monies? Do you have like ink and quill? Is that what you're using?
Yes, and I'm trying very, very hard not to get it wet.
You might save yourself some money if you invest in a chalkboard. Anyway, thank you. Have a lovely day. And he dashes off into the corridor and to the pottery shop.
All right. You look over and you see this shop called Trade of the Tools.
Sounds pleasant. Jojo scrolls in.
All right.
Wait. I feel like the owner is making fun of himself.
All right. So. Give me
So,
1 second.
I go in, bell rings. Who do I see manning?
All right. You see that? You see this very cheery looking halfling.
Hello, friends. I am hoping to buy a good-sized handful of clay. Do you have any in stock?
He looks at you and says, "Oh, yes." He looks you up and down. You don't quite look like a potter to me.
No, not a potter. I'm a bit of an adventurer. I could use some. One of our party members could use it for his job. We did some dungeoneering the other day, and I was in the situation of wanting something I did not have, and I'd now rather have it than not need it.
I see. Well then, I can give you some. I can give you some clay. What? Okay, so I can give you this pound of clay right here for 1 silver piece.
Is it dry clay? Because the wet kind will not keep.
Oh no, it is dry.
Excellent. What you said, 1 silver?
Yes.
Here's 2 silver for your complaint, for your helpfulness. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
By the time Jojo's done, he's gonna be best friends with the entire town.
Yeah. Is there anything else you need from me?
Well, I could maybe use some ideas. I'm kind of brainstorming. What kind of ideas, what kind of tools do you think would be useful in a dark, scary dungeon filled with evil necromancers and dragon worshippers?
He kind of thinks for a second. I don't know. A giant, powerful, magical sword, maybe?
Swords are nice, but they're kind of one trick. I mean, you can only do one thing with it. Hit them with it. And I'm thinking more along the lines of, getting out of the way and,
Yeah. He looks at you and says, "Look, dude. I'm sorry, but I'm not much of an adventurer." He points around and shows you that all of his stuff is just like artisan stuff.
It was just a question. I did not mean nothing by it. Anyway, thank you for your help and have a lovely day.
All right, you too.
Jojo walks out the door.
All right. Cora, what are you doing?
Cora's, she's still at the tavern.
Okay.
And kind of slinging back her cider.
By the way, Jojo's going back into the tavern.
Okay. So, now we move on to Durian and Doc. What are you guys doing?
Drill field?
Durian's just going to the drill field?
It's called the drill field, and it looks so rad. But I guess I could classify this as like walking around the town. So like just taking a look, and just seeing what's going on, maybe seeing what I can hear and or glean. A lot of money's being thrown around, so I don't really necessarily need that to spend that much. So yeah, I guess giving a look around town, going to drill field, and then making my way up and around past the you see that big building with the number 7 on it?
Yeah.
Seeing what that's all about.
All right. The big building with the numbers.
The big building surrounded by the big walls.
Is that a prison?
That's a castle.
Okay, that looks kind of like a prison.
Yeah, so like going from meat place, down and around the marketplace, through drill field, up through Flower Way, and then around Whole Road.
All right, as you pass by the drill field, you see a couple of you see like one person like sitting sitting in a tent with an open canopy tent, and just watching a couple people roll around in the dirt while it's raining.
I looked at my bro daddy Gerark and go, shrug. That's not something you see every day.
Far inferior warriors to you and I, Durian.
Yeah, it's like they appear to. It's like you notice that the way they're leaping and they're leaping in the water. It's almost like a pattern. Like you study it for a little bit and you realize they're essentially doing monkeys in a barrel in the middle of the drill field. While the guy under the tent just watches.
Arcana check. Arcana check.
Arcana check. Yeah, Durian isn't the smartest guy in the world, but I think I could do a Arcana check. I just kind of bewildered right now, I guess. No disadvantage? No disadvantage. All right.
you're looking at it, and it doesn't seem like they're doing any sort of incantation. If it is an incantation, you've never heard of it.
The old pit wrestling, Durian. This used to be a trade of my tribe. The strongest ones prevail.
Yeah.
Which one's the strongest one?
I suppose if we watch long enough, painful as it may be, we will find out.
I move to watch this.
All right, so you just sit down and you're just watching them, and then immediately after a little bit, the person under his head says, "Attention!" And then they immediately.
Durian. I'm just imagining Durian and the doc standing there with like popcorn, just watching this strangeness unfold.
Yeah.
Just like.
So they immediately pop to attention, and they're dripping wet, and they look miserable. And then immediately he walks over to them individually, and then just stares in their faces like, "So, we think it's too wet to go outside? We think it's too cold to go outside? Well, how are you feeling now, ladies?" And they don't really they don't really answer. It's like, "Okay, well, since I'm not getting a clear answer, we're doing ground fighting now."
Military hazing.
This is entertaining.
And that you hear them collectively groan. It's that I'm gonna pound some discipline into you. It's that we are guards. We defend this town, and I will not have any weakness in my platoon. Now, he points, and then one of them raises his hand. Yes, Corporal. What do you want? And he says, "Do we have to do ground fighting? Because the only people who are actually good at ground fighting are people who are smaller and have a more compact center of gravity. It's like someone who's lanky like me doesn't really have a chance." And I'm
just imagining the blood vessel in this guy's face popping.
Yeah, it's just like tough. It's like tough crap. Get in there. We have a volunteer. Yep, and you can. Yep. So.
Thank you for volunteering.
So yes, are you just gonna be watching the drill? Are you just gonna be watching the hazing for a while?
I look to my bro daddy Gerark, and I basically kind of give him this look of, what do you think about this?
Somehow I get the inclination that you're thinking of entering yourself in all of this. If that's the case, I'll be happy to stand by and watch. I did sneak some of that meat into my pockets.
He's carrying around steak in his pocket.
I, however, will remain an observer.
He's like Clouseau from the Pink Panther. What do you have in your pocket?
I kind of.
Here's an hamburger. This is a hamburger. All right, it is hamburger. What's an hamburger? It's the hamburger.
I look at Gerark and I'm like, well, I kind of want to join a little bit. So I'm gonna go up, look at the scene, and volunteer for it.
All right, so you just walk up and and immediately the sergeant shifts his tone. It's like, whoa there, citizen. I'm having a little bit of we're having a little bit of a thing going on here, and I don't want you to get caught in it.
Oh, you're afraid that I'll ruin your training with your mamby-pamby lanky units. I can show them what a real man is.
He raises
It's true, he can.
He raises his eyebrow and looks down. It's like, I appreciate the thought, but if you happen to get hurt, that would look. That's a whole lot of legal trouble for me, and I
want to pick him up and I want to throw him. Is this something I can attempt?
Yes.
Do you not know who I am?
Oh,
so-
you've done it. You've done it now.
All right,
What should I
that-
roll here? Athletics or strength?
Athletics.
Ooh. Okay. Also 11. Man, I'm getting good with these average rolls.
I am getting average at these rolls. Wow.
All right,
This
so you kind of you try to pick him up, but you realize that the sergeant is is like covered in armor, so he's a little heavier than you were expecting.
I'm like, oh, Daddy, you're wet and slippery. Oh no, I'm not weak at all. I'm Durian Tunklebeard.
He kind of gently pushes you away and says, "Listen, citizen, you are causing a scene, and if you do not leave now,
That's not a scene.
He looks at you and says, "We in the military we do things a little bit differently."
I'll be back. I kind of gesture Gerark here, and to move along, we're gonna continue our rounds.
Walk off with as much dignity as he can.
Walk off with as little dignity as humanly possible.
Uh,
You mean dwarf? You mean not humanly possible, dwarvenly possible.
Oh, that's just racist. You don't have the card Gerark has, all right? You can't just say that.
Yes.
I didn't say that. Thank you very much.
That-
says
you
the
can't-
dwarf who-
You can't use that word. Only we can use that word.
Only a dwarf such as myself, honorarily speaking, can use that word.
This has been a hoot.
All right, so you continue walking along you continue.
Yes, I have a dwarven card added to my inventory.
Yeah, you're walking along and you see the and you see the giant walled castle. Like,
So I kind of look at I want to look at the castle here, and like I want to see like what I can glean from it by just I guess looking. Maybe I know something, maybe I don't. Could I do a history check to see if I could get a understanding of what
yeah,
this is?
yeah.
Okay. Oh man, average, my favorite. Not good, not bad.
All right, you can tell from this that this isn't exactly a super rich town, so they probably don't have like a king, but they do probably have like an active duke or duchess.
So Gerark, have you ever considered getting maybe some financial backing against the dragons?
Oh, I cannot lie to you, Durian. My belly is full, and barring any potential shenanigans, I'm about ready to turn in. Then again, I am an older man.
Yeah, maybe next time. I wouldn't mind getting something more protective. I'm not exactly fond of watching all my friends almost horribly die due to some horrible event I have blocked from my memory.
Well then,
We were just fine, Durian. It was only, we only pretended to become close to death to make the bad guys feel like they'd achieved something.
That's right, our pride's intact. Let's head home.
all right. So you head back and you run into Carlin and Ellywick walking out of the Lizard's Gizzard.
Hello.
Hello there!
Oh.
It's Durian Tunklebeard and his large friend. How are you, Ellywick?
Oh,
And yes, that is how he introduces himself to his friends.
To his own friends.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Aramau had to mute herself for a little bit. She sent me a message. Why?
Okay.
She sent me a message. Why? Okay. So, Carlin looks at you and says, "Oh, hello there. We just did a little bit of shopping. How was your evening?"
Eventful.
productive.
It's he
Starvation is no longer a thing.
Well, I'm about ready to turn in. How about you?
I
agree.
All right. You all head back collectively as a group to the tavern that that Jojo and Cora were at. You walk in and you see that you walk in and you see that a very interesting scene. Everyone's just collectively like holding Jojo up over their heads and singing, "For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow."
Cora is still slinging back her cider.
Yeah, and then the innkeeper's just got her hands over her head. She's like, "Oh no, 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 no."
Cora looks over at the innkeeper. "I feel your pain. This is what I have to deal with on a daily basis."
Jojo sees Durian in the dock walk in. He says, "Hey, two elves walk into a bar. When a dwarf walks under it, ah!"
Cora slams her head on the bar. and says, "Make the pain go away."
There's a reason why you don't have a card.
Jojo turns to the barkeep. "Another round for my friends."
Oh, wait. We should probably not be so frugal with our coin.
I mean, Jojo. Trouble again.
Trouble? What you talking about? I'm just chilling with my friends.
I'm just being myself.
That's the problem.
Cora looks over at Ellywick. "Thank you! Finally, someone who understands!"
In any case, is this a tavern or an inn?
Oh,
It's just a tavern.
It's an inn because the food goes in.
Then we should probably find a place to stay for the night, unless we wanted to stay with the caravan.
I don't mind sleeping in a bed for the night.
All right.
Carlin, do you know your way around Daggerford?
Carlin says, "Why, yes, I do. I do know that there's only one inn in Daggerford, but it is fantastic. It's got plenty of rooms. In fact, I bet that most of the caravan will be already staying there."
Well then, we should probably head to the inn.
You don't think they'll be full?
I seriously doubt they'd be full.
It was a pretty big caravan.
Well, it's a pretty big
inn.
It's a pretty big inn. You ever see that extremely large building to the north of the marketplace? It's that one.
The one with the big red roof?
Yeah, you all remember seeing that big room, and you're just kind of eyes wide, and you realize that was an inn.
I thought that was like the training barracks or something.
And he says, "Oh no, because this caravan happens so often, it's Daggerford came prepared."
Ah, do they make good food?
No, that's usually what the taverns are for.
Ah, so we came to the right place. All right.
All right, so y'all are heading to the inn?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. On Mama. Okay. So you look over and you see a couple of the caravan people moving away from the inn and looking very grumpy.
Oh, something appears to have happened. I hope it's not a show.
Ellywick goes up to the front desk.
Oh, whoops. Oh, come on, for real? Why does this do that?
For realsies.
Why is this like this?
That was not terrible.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, give me one. Why can't they see? Okay. I have that on. I have that on. Oh, that's why. There we go. Okay. So. Why?
Oh
Why?
wow, that's dark in here.
Yeah, it's getting closer to evening. Okay.
There's no like hearth or anything.
All right. Anyways, where was that? I need to turn the raining back on.
I can.
Excuse me.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. So yes, this is you enter the inn and it's very, very warm and comfortable. All right.
Excuse me, sir.
He looks at you and says, yes, can I help you?
We were looking for 2 rooms for the night.
I'm terribly sorry, but all the rooms are taken. The entire inn is sold out.
Hey, I called it, and the lady didn't think I knew what I was talking about. How did they get so full? I mean, I know the caravan was big, but
He looks at you. He says, "Well, all the rooms have been rented out to those 4 gentlemen over there, and sorry, but they're the one. But money talks."
wait. So, how many rooms do you have?
Several dozen.
Why would they need more than 1 room for themselves? They don't look that fat.
Yeah, they don't look they don't look very fat, but they do look very wealthy.
Jojo said that out loud, by the way.
Yeah, he looks at
gentlemen.
Yeah, yeah, they look at you and says, "Yes, what would you like?"
I was wondering if perhaps we could. We were just wondering what you needed all those rooms for, and if there was some way that we could perhaps, in exchange for 2 of them.
No, sorry, but I need 1 room for one of my servants. Each of our servants needs a particular room, and I also need a room for one of my special clothes. You see, they get very, very upset when they're not given the highest accommodations, so I'm sorry.
Clothes
Can I
get
make
very
it-
upset.
Yes.
Can I make an intimidation check?
Yeah.
I just want to lay the back. The doc is gonna like sort of lay the back of his hand on the shoulder of one of these fellows, sort of Bane style, and he's just gonna say, "We would really appreciate you relinquishing a few of those rooms."
All right.
I'm sure that your robes won't mind. Help him out with intimidation.
Is
Oh,
that
I just rolled it normally.
is that the same
Can I roll
icon
again for
for
the
the
help?
general?
Yeah.
Yes, I can roll again for the help, or yes to
Yeah.
creepy.
You can roll again for the help.
Really?
That's even worse. They just kind of look at you and says, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. You should have gotten here earlier."
I kind of want to walk up here, right, as they're trying to intimidate them, and
Cora just
offer
cusses
a
under her
cheery
breath.
smile, hold out my hand, and say, "Hello, nice to meet you. The name's Durian Dunklebeard. Can you please help a brother out?"
Hero.
All right.
They've heard of him.
That they look at they raise their eyebrows and they say, "Who are you?"
Oh,
Surely you've heard of Durian Dunklebeard.
They lean back in their chairs and smirk. Sorry, doesn't ring a bell.
What are the guys? What are these people wearing? Are they like noblemen?
I wanna do a insight check.
Are they noblemen? Do they look like noblemen?
Yeah, you do look. They do look like they're wearing very nice clothes.
I did a perception check.
And they
any sort of cultist.
You look at them, but they do seem to have armor under their fine clothing.
Jojo turns over to Durian. He's like, Mr. Dunklebeard, may I borrow your gauntlet, please?
I want to do a quick insight check when they said I haven't heard of them.
All right, roll insight.
That's a solid good roll.
That's definitely not a bad roll.
It's not a good average.
All right, 1 minute. All right, you're looking at their insight, and you're trying to figure these guys out, and they don't seem to be. They seem to be getting a kick at it. They seem to be getting a kick out of needling you.
Oh. All right. So, Jojo turns to Durian. He's like, "May I borrow your gauntlet?"
I take off my gauntlet and I offer it to him. I'm kind of like looking at these guys up and down. I'm debating if they're like cultists and like kind of flaunting it, trying to like, you know, be like, hey, we're screwing you guys over. Or if they're just assholes, basically.
Hey.
Oh, that's not okay. I'm trying to figure out if they're basically just schoolyard bullies or terrorists.
You're looking at these guys and they seem to just be bullies.
All right, Jojo. So you gave Jojo the gauntlet, right?
Oh yeah.
Jojo tosses the gauntlet down in between him and this gentleman right here. I challenge you for your rooms.
The nobles look at the nobles just kind of look down at that and say, Kitty Cat, I understand you like bringing in trash, but maybe you should go back into the garbage where you belong.
Well, you mean with your honor? You just refused a gauntlet, my good sir.
So, well, we don't.
Can I grapple check against the guy I'm next to?
Yes, you may.
Just regular strength check.
Yeah, that's an athletics check.
My bad.
Curses. Come on.
All right, you attempt to grab his arm, but then he just swats you away and pulls his sword out and says, "You touch me again, and this sword will go straight into your chest."
Oh, if he pulls out a sword, I would like to dislodge the sword from his hand. Like he pulls it out, I want to like grab his wrist in a way that like makes him like open his hand.
You're gonna attempt to disarm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Is that strength, acrobatics, animal handling, land vehicle?
I believe isn't that an attack versus attack? I thought that was attack.
That is an athletics check.
Okay, that one's good.
All right. Immediately as you pull out the sword, you immediately react and then just snatch the blade out of his hand.
I take the blade and I like kind of like throw it like behind us, like across the floor. I go like, now, no need to pull out weapons. But what you said was very uncalled for. It might make one look as though they are trying to actively hinder the... I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It might make one look like they're trying to be up to no good. I am not drunk, I assure you. And I am more good at talking than I sound right now.
These men have just challenged our honor. We'd be well within our
Actually-
rights, depending on the country we're in. We'd be well within our rights to defend ourselves against these men.
Actually, they refuse to defend their honor. So technically speaking, we could go around telling them, "Oh, these four are little pansies."
The nobles just kind of shrug and say, "Go ahead. We're only staying here for the night."
Oh, wonderful.
I think they'll be going to sleeping outside in the rain, actually.
Well, I'm just glad that they're only here for a night. That way the pollution won't get too bad.
What, with the bullcrap they brought in through here?
Something like that.
Is that bartender like an innkeeper too?
The bartender and innkeeper. He just kind of rubbing his face. He's just kind of rubbing his head.
Cora
All right,
goes
so
up to the
I just
innkeeper.
dislodged this weapon here, right?
Co-
Threw it across,
Cora-
and I'm gonna kind of make my way over to that innkeeper guy.
Yeah, I go up to
Uh,
turn two and I go, "Is there anywhere else we can stay? Because we don't want to stay with people like these."
Low laughs.
Before we start insulting people,
Oh, they
I
insulted
do
us.
want
They
to
deserve every bit of it.
oh, don't worry, they do. But I want to let you know that me, Durian Dunkelbeard here, isn't just passing through town, but rather I'm on very important business that you may be very much interested in. A business that involves saving a lot of lives. A good night's rest could go a long way to not only bringing, less death, but, a better reputation to this fine establishment. I mean, I don't pull weapons on people.
All right. It's like he looks
But
at
if you don't want to stay here, I would understand.
he looks at you and says, "Look, I'm sorry, but look, I've been having a little bit of I've been in dire straits for a little bit with this inn, and this money, the money that they're giving me, will help me keep afloat. Look, I'm sorry, but you're
How
going
much are they paying you?
several hundred platinum."
Oh.
You know what? You
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
very fine argument, man. I understand.
We
Cora-
aren't mad at you, sir, for doing what you need to do for your business. A little
Cora-
lift.
Cora leans forward. Again, is there anywhere else we can go? Because honestly, I don't feel like staying with such. She leans forward and whispers something in Orin, a really nasty insult.
Yeah, he shrugs and says, "I'm sorry. We are literally the only inn in town."
Well, I'd rather sleep on the ground than be in here with these guys. Cora looks
believe-
over and flips them off.
I believe the answer here is quite simple. We will take the rooms that they have been using for their garments and general servants, and we will sleep in them very simply. Should they take issue with that, they can take it up with us.
Hey, Gerark, how much is in the bank?
172 gold coins, far beneath what they said they are paying. But these are simple, rotten, and mean, filled with bad will patrons. We will be well within our
If it comes down to defending ourselves, I understand. But for the meantime, let's give the man a 5 gold tip. He's been through enough trouble. Especially if he has to put up with these individuals.
Agreed. I'll sleep outside with the woolly cow. I'll take the rain over this.
a 5 gold
Surely.
tip is all the same to me. I agree to support this man's business, but it pales in comparison to the numerous hundreds of platinum that he's getting from these fellows.
It may not be much, but it's more than nothing.
His family will surely appreciate it.
I agree.
want to apologize if I was a little aggressive with your patrons earlier.
Wasn't
He kind of whispers to you.
Were
It's
these
like,
guys in the caravan?
no,
They're not from the caravan.
no.
I cannot say I agree with this kind of back.
Holy
I
crap!
was looking forward to seeing Jojo clobber that fella.
I'd still prefer it too.
Okay,
Agreed.
I rolled with disadvantage and still got a 19.
What was the perception for?
I was just eyeing them up to see if I like recognized them from somewhere, or was just giving them a good look over.
Nope, you don't recognize
to
them
see
from
if-
anywhere.
I did check to see if they were Cult of the Dragon, but all Josh gave me, even with a 22 perception check, was that they had armor on underneath.
Yeah. So, anyways, so you're just gonna leave?
Thanks for the prize, boys. I do appreciate it.
The noble says, "Up, you are giving that back."
Actually, sir, you sort of attempted to kill someone with it, so it's actually evidence of attempted murder.
No, it is not an evidence of attempted murder, and you will hand that over, you ginger midget.
Oh,
She blows a kiss.
Cora pulls out her dagger. You really want to fight?
No.
Can we please just
No,
not
no,
kill
no,
each
Cora.
other? I get it. They're unsavory.
just keep walking. Just keep walking. They're not
Do
worth
better
it.
than that.
Hey Josh, could I roll some kind of check of anger on that slur that was just thrown out on behalf of?
Hang on. I tried Charm Person. Let's see if that actually works.
All right. Charm person. Okay, well, let's see if it works. Nah, he rolled an 18.
Boo.
I'm at odds. I don't think the doc is gonna take too kindly to that slur thrown at Ellywick. Is there any? Can I roll?
Cora's already have a dagger in hand.
Can I roll like some kind of a control myself dice or something, like a 50-50 or something?
That would be a charisma saving throw.
Okay. He's not a charismatic guy. Let's see how that goes.
You manage that. It's even though every fiber of your being is screaming, "Kill this person for daring to be so bigoted."
Jojo walks up to the man and just slaps him. That's it. Jojo just slaps him like he's a woman.
Gives him bad luck too.
I'm sure you won't miss this too much. I mean, you seem to have several rooms for your clothes and your weapons.
It's like the nobles just looking at you, just like, "Whoa," and then the other person says, "No, don't worry, don't worry. We can always get another long sword." And need I remind you that they're staying out in the rain? Sweet.
Well, I'd rather be in the bigoted and she insults them really nastily like you.
If you insult my friends again, I will slap you again.
Fair. The noble just kind of rubs his cheek and says, "Very well." He just kind of gives you a sneer and says, "Sleep tight."
Cora flips him off. You too.
Cora,
And then we exit.
All right, yeah, all right.
Right.
Once you leave, you actually see an armored gentleman, petting Benny.
Hi, someone's hi, how are you?
Excuse me, sir. Is there something I can do to help you?
Yes, you appear to have an animal here that does not have a place to stay and all of you seem to be very, very cold. And
actually, I was just going to. Oh, never mind. You keep talking.
And I could not help but overhear the little scuffle in there. I am one of the nobles here, and I was wondering if you would like to spend the night possibly at my place?
Oh,
Really?
sure.
If that so pleases you, what can we do in exchange?
He whispers you. He lowers his voice and says, "Save the world."
That's doable.
Well, luckily we are already that, so
That was a bit of a. That was a bit of a red flag. What do you mean by save the world?
We can walk and talk.
Okay,
All
I
right.
like talking. By the way, Doc,
Oh shoot.
What can I do you for, Jojo?
did you know that barbarians jokes were popular?
No.
Yes, they're all the rage.
Ellie,
That's actually pretty fun. Gets a good belly laugh.
okay, so
Doc's all about that
investigation
dad.
would it be perception or investigation to inspect the new longsword that Ellywick kind of just stole?
You look at the longsword and it seems oddly cheap.
Well, I don't think you really want this one, Doc, but you could always have it as a backup.
That's kind of funny, actually. They're like spending several like platinum. Wait a minute. Oh wait a minute. They're giving them all this platinum, right? But they're only staying one night.
I'm a little concerned that. Oh, wait a minute. I'm a little concerned now that they gave him fake platinum.
wouldn't put it past him. Then the 5 gold that we gave him would have done him really good.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
Why
I
don't
could
we-
be wrong here. Did they like? I mean, maybe they bought like every room,
Yes.
and but like it seems really weird that you spend that much gold or platinum, even several hundred platinum for a night.
Cora, okay. Just I went Cora. I went shopping for a thing of clay. I imagine it will be handy for you. I understand the roguish types use clay to make impressions of keys and copy things down.
I can forge stuff if that's what you mean, yes.
Yes, here you go. I was actually going to suggest, because that seemed awfully fishy. Invisibility spell and make sure that, the thing is legit in there, because that did not seem legit.
Maybe. But I'm interested in hearing what this man has to say about saving the world.
I will fill you in. I will fill you in. I will take very detailed notes.
Hold on one moment. Sir, what is your name?
You may call me Sir Isteval.
Thank you, Sir Isteval. Do you know those nobles that were in there?
He sighs and says, "Unfortunately, no. They're rather new, and I wasn't able to get a good beating on them."
Well, then, could you please do me a favor, sir, and keep an eye out on that innkeeper? So desperate, and if those platinums turned out to be fake, I'd like at least for him to either be somehow reimbursed or those nobles be brought to justice.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. But until a crime is actually committed, we cannot do anything. Speaking of
I
which,
understand.
it's like, and he turns over to Jojo. Speaking of which, I'd recommend you not slap anyone again. It's you're lucky I don't turn you in for assault.
I tried to keep the peace.
Yes, you did, Durian. Too bad some people don't like keeping it too. Either way, Sir Isteval, just please look out for the innkeeper. That's all I ask.
Who I was, but didn't care.
Oh. What can we do for you, Sir Isteval? What is this about saving the world?
We'll talk once we actually get to my house. You go further past the Happy Cow, and you see this very nice looking at you see this very, very nice looking house. And it's got the wood is very finely sculpted, and as you walk in, you see very what's the word? You see trophies lined all around the walls, and paintings of great battles and bruised, broken armor.
Reflex to see the trophies.
Yeah, he leads you.
Trophies, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Zothion's not here. So he leads you over and says, "All right, here's where you will be staying."
Thank you. It's very much appreciated.
Forgive the mess. I don't entertain very many guests.
Cora looks over. I have had worse, so this is just fine.
All right. So to be, yes, my name is Sir Istival. I'm a retired paladin, and I'm a veteran dragon slayer.
Okay then.
So, yes, I am also in on the whole trying to stop the cult of the dragon.
That's good.
So, yes.
Cora sits up. How do you know about the cult of the dragon?
I fought them before.
Okay, I believe you.
Cora looks over at Jojo. That was quick.
What? I was being sarcastic.
Ellywick looks around. Where's Carlin?
Who?
Oh yeah.
Fellow we rescued.
Give me 1 second. That was a bust on my part. Give me 1 second. Gotta grab him. Copy. And there we go. All right. And so Carlin looks at him and is like, "Wait a minute. You don't know about you don't know about what he did?"
Cora shakes her head.
I've lived in a mountain my entire life. News don't travel much.
I lived on the streets.
I'm from the south.
Durian probably hasn't heard anything other than his own voice for the past God knows how many years.
I'm happy.
Well, let me
Duncan, have you heard?
Well, I'm a friend of AramauTheFierySecretary from the Order of the Gauntlet.
Oh, those are those other guys who tried to recruit us.
Hello, friend.
Durian joined the Order of the Gauntlet.
Oh.
Nice to meet you.
He looks at you and says, "Oh, yes, I've heard of you, Durian Dunkelbeard."
I know. So many people have. They have. I'm sure of it.
Anyways.
Those nobles didn't get at my feelings.
But yes, I am here to... It's like, know that if you ever come back here, you have... Or if you ever see me again, that you have an ally. Because I will do whatever it takes to help you to stop the cult of the dragon. But on that... But on that note, I do need to leave, and I do need to stay in Daggerford for the time being. But if you ever need help, you can call on me.
What kind of assistance are we talking about?
He kind of smiles. It's like, I'm a noble. I have connections.
Do you have money? We could always use money. That's like universal help.
He kind of rolls his eyes and says, "Yes, I can give you. Yes, there is money involved, but take care not to take too much advantage of my generosity."
Why would we? We're trying to save the world. I don't know if we can actually take too much generosity.
We'll see.
I mean, it depends on the price tag you put on the world, man.
Well, we'll see. Anyways, I shall be heading off to my own bed. Will you need anything? Do I need to? He kind of smirks and says, "Do I need to read any of you a bedtime story? Perhaps some mixed nuts?" And
yes.
Cora takes her pillow and throws it at Jojo. Go to sleep!
Jojo deflects the pillow and says, "Hey Cora, what do you call a dwarf that had been tossed a dozen feet into the air by a wizard?"
I don't
You shouldn't
care.
finish that.
I do not care. I want to sleep.
A light cleric.
Cora grabs her. Cora
I'm not
grabs her
happy about
pillow.
this one.
She grabs her pillow, goes under the covers, puts the pillow over her head. I'm not listening. I'm not listening. I'm not listening.
Ah, my work here is done.
he just blinks twice and smiles and says, "Sweet dreams." And then under his breath he mutters, "We're doomed."
Well, I'm curious to know if there's a prophecy written about us somewhere.
If there is, it is poorly written prophecy I've ever seen.
No, it's probably a list of puns.
Probably.
Yeah.
In any case, we will help.
Yeah.
Of course we help.
Yeah.
We've been doing nothing but helping since day one.
I know, but I don't think our current discussion is really helping.
Impression? Why does impression matter?
Allows people to put their trust in us.
I believe first rule of war is if you are strong, pretend to be weak. If you are weak, pretend to be strong. I am playing the weak card.
To our allies?
You do not know always who your allies are.
Right.
All right. Well, are you guys gonna do anything else?
Nope.
I just have one thing, if I could do, like, in the dead of the night, if we're going to sleep.
All right. What is it?
The doctor sort of stirs in his sleep and makes his way over to Cora and sort of shakes her.
What? What? Well, what did you want?
Sort of
Cora
puts
rubs
his-
her eye.
Puts his finger over his lips, gesturing to be a little bit quiet. He says, I didn't quite know who to speak with about this, but I wanted to ask. Before you met up with all of us, had you killed people?
Yeah. I've killed quite a few people, actually. Well, I mean, where I'm from, first rule is you make the first move. Because if you don't, your opponent will. And if your opponent's any good, you're dead.
What
That's the
about
life
people-
I've lived, like, nearly 10 years. And so, yeah, of course I've killed.
And then taking a life wouldn't mean much to you then, would it?
Depends on the life I'm taking.
Would you be
Why?
interested in taking a life tonight?
Cora sits up. Whose?
By the way, I apologize for what I said earlier.
Jojo's still sleeping. We could still get him.
As long as he goes out painlessly, I'm okay with this.
Corey, I guess you would kind of notice, like, his eyes are kind of, like, burning a little bit with, like, the bouts of rage that you would see with, like, when he goes into a rage, and he sort of shakes his head and sort of dissipates the rage-filled eyes and says, No. I'm sorry to have awoken you.
No, wait a minute. Who do you want to kill? Now I'm curious.
There were those men. The one who'd spoken
Mm.
the slur about Ellywick. I thought he should die. Perhaps violently and quietly.
Quietly. Depends on if I can catch him by surprise. But right now, I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, what he said about Ellywick. Ooh. I was ready to kill him right then and there, but going out there now, I doubt we're gonna run into them again. But if we do, that's another story.
Yes. I'm happy I spoke with you. I have now thought better of it. I was just a bit angry. I was misguided for a moment there.
I understand. I get it. We would do anything for the ones we love. Or care about. Excuse me. Care about.
I'm sorry to have disturbed you, but just know in the future, violence will be an option to me. I've not known a group that I've cared about in many, many years.
I get you. I mean, aside from 2 other people from my home, you guys are the only friends I have. Only friends or family, honestly.
All right. Get some rest. I'll try to do the same.
Cora nods and just flops back into the bed.
All right. Is that going to be the evening?
Yeah, that's the evening for Cora.
All right.
Well, yeah, it's same here.
All right. So you all wake up incredibly well rested and full from your. It's like you had good food yesterday and you had good beds.
Ah, it feels so nice.
It's like from sleep, and then Esteval walks into the door and says, "I trust we all had a good evening."
Yes, thank you so much for your hospitality. It is greatly appreciated, at least on my part.
All right. Well, you bet.
Sincerely, a thank you from my. Sincerely, a thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, he says that, yes, I appreciate the thanks, but I really recommend you get back on the road because I took a look outside the city and the caravan is beginning to leave.
Oh, shoot!
Let's go. Thank you very much. We'll get right on the saving the world thing as soon as we can. Bye.
Cora gets up and just runs out of the room. I'm going!
Yeah.
Durian just leaves at his normal pace.
All right.
I'll catch up eventually.
All right.
Ellywick leaps onto Benny and says, "Hi-ho, Benny!"
Yeah. All right. So you leave, and as soon as you catch up to the caravan, and you notice that you notice that the rain has stopped.
Ah, that's a good sign, I believe.
Darn it.
All right. But you're
Where's Jeremy?
Jermo's phone died, so it's charging. It'll be up in a minute. But anyways, where is it? All right. Where is it?
Ellywick is a little bummed that the rain's gone. She looks up. Is there still clouds?
Yeah, there's still some scattered clouds, but that's about it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And as you move across, you notice that the entire surrounding countryside is blanketed with fungus.
Oh, that's where I'm in, huh? Oh,
Can I roll a nature check to see what fungus?
I'm doing that.
Actually, I'm gonna just roll it.
Ooh, we both got really good.
Yay! We are way above average.
Do I see anything that I could use to possibly make potions of any sort?
You look at the fungus and immediately your eyes widen in horror as you recognize these as the Shrieker mycelium.
What does that do?
And if if they release their spores, they release like this moan of pain, and it just sounds very. It's like one of them. Just having one of these mushrooms isn't bad, but going through the entire countryside of these mushrooms, it'll be a bit of a harrowing experience.
Oh boy.
Does it?
Are they flammable?
Yeah, that would be a good question.
No, they are not.
Then would taking one do they have any use in any sort of potions whatsoever?
You could make a
my herbalism kit on.
you could make a potion out of them, but
what are they growing off of? What are they growing off of?
they're just growing off the ground and grass.
Grass is flammable.
Yeah,
recently wet grass.
Yeah, recently wet grass.
Mm.
Yeah. That's
True.
Yeah.
Sorry, failed my wisdom check right there. All right,
Okay.
Let's try that again.
So yeah, you know that you can. Yeah, they are easily removed, but yes, the noise is very distressing.
You know
Alright,
what?
I won't make any potions.
I think we should just invest in some earmuffs. You know?
Hey, where's that clay that you bought?
Oh, I gave it to Cora. Oh, it's a good idea.
Cora
Perfect.
holds up the clay.
Form-fitting earmuffs.
Well, that's yeah, that's yeah, that'll work. You use the
I give everyone a piece.
So yeah, you give everyone a piece of it, and a couple of the other merchants are like, "Hey, could I can I buy one of those a piece of clay? I'll give you a gold piece for it." And then another says, "Hey, I'll give you a gold piece for it too."
How much clay do I have?
You
Yeah.
have it was a a good handful. It was
a pound of clay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
Hey,
like
money. I'll take money. Cora gives some to the guys who offered money, enough to where they can be able to stop their ears.
All right.
Hey, we still we might need that later. It's already coming in handy.
Hey, gold. We
Hey.
need that too.
I gave gold for that.
And another, it's like one merchant actually accidentally steps on one of the mushrooms and releases a moan, and he just kind of gets very, very unnerved. He's like, "I'll pay you 5 gold for a piece of clay."
They're going to start. Cora, if you cave immediately, they're going to start offering the person you sell it to gold.
That's true. So Cora just holds on the rest of her clay, and it's like, anyone else want to make a bid?
Do I hear 5, 10, 10? You in the front, 10. Do I hear 10, 10, 15, 15?
All right,
right?
roll.
15. Do I hear 20? Do
Yeah.
I hear 25 gold? 25 gold sold to the man in the red suit. Do I hear
Yeah.
30 gold? 30 gold. Your horse! You're going to sell us your horse! Excellent, you right there! Oh my gosh, your whole caravan! Alright!
Yeah. So yeah. So yes, you are. So yes, you are taking a very. Yeah, even while you do hear a couple of those moans coming from the side, from some people stepping on some of the mushrooms, you do hear a. Yeah, you do hear a couple bits. So I'm gonna have to ask you all to roll both Jojo and Cora to roll persuasion.
Can Ellywick pick up some of the ones that have been stepped on already?
Hey,
Yeah.
Cora, don't forget to use your bardic inspiration, because this is you. This is you doing it.
Okay.
Well, I just rolled 8, so.
Yeah.
All right,
I said,
use it on me because I'm about to roll it.
All right, I'm using Bardic Inspiration on Jojo.
okay.
All right, and that was persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion.
I'm gonna take 10. So
Okay.
that's an 11. That's an 11.
Okay, roll a 1d6 because of the bardic inspiration.
Right. Oh,
lucky you. All right.
Wow.
All right. Rose at 1557 donates $2 onwards and upwards. Thank you. Okay. So
I'm just imagining like Jojo actually jumping up on like the cart and actually doing the 10, 10, do I hear 10, 5, 5? Oh, your horse. Okay, we'll take the horse.
okay, so you managed to kind of you managed to extort a good a good 20 managed to extort a good 40 gold out of people.
Oh my god!
What?
So yeah, that clay, you did have to use up all the clay, but you did make a profit.
Yeah. We made back the money you spent on that clay a couple times
Yeah.
over.
I spent like half a gold piece on it.
Yeah. And
Did I make anything from the herbalism kit?
we still have...
Using the herbalism kit and studying this particular mushroom, you make a poison that okay, who's sniffing into the mic? Hello?
No?
I don't know who.
Who was sniffing
Wait.
into the mic? Yeah, anyway.
As long as they stop.
Okay, anyways. So, this particular poison that you were making it's a sort of ingested poison that if they do not pass a charisma saving throw, then that means they are what's the condition I'm looking for? Frightened.
Poison of fright.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. It's a sorry, they aren't frightened, but they get nightmares.
Poison of nightmares.
Yes.
Ooh.
The only thing I can think of that would horrify me is the relationship I have with my missing father. Come back, Daddy.
What about waking up? What about a dream about you waking up and not being Durian Dunklebeard?
He did that one day, remember? And he didn't like it.
All right.
He's just David Dunkelman.
All right. So, you start walking. So, you come to a little bit of a fork in the road. And it seems a little weird. Like, it's like you managed to. It's you managed to.
Oh, it's a crossroads.
Yep.
Huh. Keep an eye out for what are the name of those symbol thingies you draw on the ground to summon crossroads demons?
Sigil.
What?
Sigil.
There you go. Keep an eye out for sigils and crossroads demons.
Yep. Well, and that's where I'm going to leave things because that is that is all the time we have for today.
No
Aw.
combat. I should have slapped that merchant harder.
Yeah, I was.
We were close to attacking those guys.
Yeah, you were.
Too.
Okay, at the very least, I want to know what happened to that merchant after I gave him my bad luck.
You're gonna have to ask around for that to happen.
Dang.
Sorry.
Get to it. I'm sure.
Well, that was a fun game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you guys really have a nasty habit of taking way too long.
It's us for having fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I set up that encounter for you guys. It's like I wanted you guys to fight the bar guys, but it's like, ugh.
I'm sorry you brought a cleric that is all about preventing people from suffering.
If I would have rolled badly on that charisma save, I was about to slash those guys.
If I was kind of hoping that they take offense to me slapping them. Also, it's like they ignored the what you call it, the gauntlet thing. I was like, what, really?
Yeah.
I told it was like had to use Sanctuary on one of them and then had to fight Gerark. It would have been great.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what's. But yeah, it was very interesting to see your characters kind of stick up for each other. Like, I felt very uncomfortable saying those slurs.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things.
What that you said about Ellywick, was it just the ginger midget?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's not cool.
I'm just like, what? I'm just like, oh, I feel like the biggest jerk.
I just want you to know my favorite part of the campaign was the blacksmith who I now picture as Michael from Vsauce.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. We got some great equipment. Want a shield?
All right. Yeah. Okay, so let me put it this way. There was about to be a battle, but we do not have the time to do it.
Oh.
Okay.
It's better to cut it off at the beginning than stop in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, thank you all for joining me. Next time we will be done with the next session will be the last of the caravan. So.
Ah, thank God.
All right. So,
I wish I was in your Curse of Strahd group.
well, they're almost done. They are like 2 sessions away from completing it.
That's good.
I have to figure out. Then Josh has to figure out what to do with them next.
Yeah. All right, but in that case, I shall see you all in the chat later. Have a lovely, lovely day. Take care.